Look closely at any pristine street in this financial district, and you're seeing a country that represents the absolute pinnacle of global wealth. This diagram shows just how heavily concentrated that wealth is. The nation boasts one billionaire for every 80,000 residents, far outpacing the global average. The sheer volume of capital stored here comes from all over the world. Swiss banks currently hold over $6.5 trillion, accounting for a full 25. They built one of the richest societies on Earth without natural advantages, engineering their wealth entirely from an invisible, intangible export. Centuries ago, their earliest major export was violence, in the form of highly lethal elite mercenary battalions sold to foreign armies. Following a devastating, crushing military defeat, the country recognized a need to survive while surrounded by large warring empires. At the 1815 Congress of Vienna, they committed to a stance of permanent political neutrality. That commitment was heavily tested by the onset of the World Wars, which threw all of Europe into profound existential and financial panic. This map illustrates the core economic mechanism that built modern Switzerland. When the geopolitical world becomes chaotic, vast amounts of money instinctively search for a safe harbor to avoid destruction. To protect that fleeing capital, the government passed the Federal Act on Banks in 1934, making disclosing client information a federal crime, structurally enshrining secrecy. This legal wall created significant moral complications. It successfully protected the assets of fleeing refugees, but it also offered unquestioning shelter to looted gold and the wealth of violent dictators. By refusing to participate in the fighting, they found a way to monetize global chaos. They took the concept of keys and constructed a highly lucrative, legally untouchable financial fortress. Simply holding foreign money isn't enough to build a complete, resilient economy. Without cheap labor or raw materials, they invested that capital into highly specialized human skill. They developed a culture of extreme precision and value-added manufacturing. That intense, careful attention to detail allowed them to dominate complex global markets, from luxury watchmaking to cutting-edge pharmaceuticals. To manage their growing prosperity, they rely on a political structure called direct democracy, where the public votes directly on major policies, including exactly how they are taxed. Because every major decision requires broad public consensus, the political gears move very slowly. This acts as a protective shield, preventing sudden, radical shifts in government regulation or business law. The resulting environment offers low taxes, driven by regional cantonal competition, and absolute predictability. For international corporations setting up headquarters, that stability is irresistible. The combination of fiercely protected banking, high-end precision industry, and an unshakable political system forms a closed-loop economy, perfectly insulated against outside volatility. In recent years, sustained international pressure has successfully forced the Swiss government to roll back some of its most notorious banking secrecy protections. Yet, despite losing total anonymity, the global ultra-wealthy continue to eagerly park their fortunes inside Swiss institutions. While large American and British banks often prioritize risk-taking to maximize profits, Swiss financial institutions focus almost exclusively on acting as guarantors of absolute stability. That safety is so highly prized that billionaires willingly accept negative interest rates. They literally pay the bank to hold their money securely, rather than actually earning any interest on it. It's the same reason the World Economic Forum and other elite institutions gather here. The nation functions as the ultimate neutral ground for global power. Switzerland built a massive financial empire without digging a single physical resource out of the ground. In an increasingly chaotic world,